Hello everybody, good Sunday afternoon. Today I'm making meatloaf, but I'm making it barbecue style. So I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy watching and hope that you can try making it yourself. Now, I'm just coming up with it as I go, and I'm curious to see how it turns out, so I want you to stay tuned and join me. Alright, here we go. Let me move my phone over here so you can see me make it. Here we go. Now, I'm making the sauce, my own barbecue sauce. About every time that I make barbecue chicken or make barbecue pork, I make my own sauce. It's very, very easy. I don't measure anything. I just eyeball it, but I'm just going to give you an approximate measurement what I have of the ingredients. All right. First of all, I've got about 2 cups ketchup, and I'm going to put in here a couple tablespoons of mustard, just regular mustard. I got a few tablespoons of brown sugar, 2-3 tablespoons in here, but I had ran out of brown sugar, so I didn't have enough. So I'm going to use a couple little packs of this raw sugar. Now, I've used this not too long ago and showed it to you. You can get a box like this at Food City for about $1, and that's it. Really cheap, and this is so much better than white sugar. But if I had another box of brown sugar, I would put just a little bit more in here. Okay, so about a tablespoon or so of Worcestershire sauce. That's salt. Some garlic powder. Onion powder. And that's it. Now sometimes I put curry powder in it, but I do that when I make chicken, barbecue chicken. Okay, just stir this up. You want to stir it very well. Let me give it a taste test. Now, when you use this for eating with, you don't want to put it back in the bowl. That's good. I'll get a couple more packs of the sugar. Alright, there we go. Now, you could heat this up on the stove, let it cook for about 15-20 minutes, but this will be okay because it's going to cook when I put this over the meatloaf and then some of the meatloaf mixture. I'm going to show you that here in just a second. So I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to clean up and I'm going to get all my ingredients together for the meatloaf mix. So I want you to stay tuned. Alright everybody, welcome back. Now, I've got the sauce made and it's ready to use. So I'm going to make the meatloaf part. Now, I'm using ground turkey. Now, I like turkey meatloaf a lot better than I do the beef. And plus, sometimes you can get the ground turkey on sale and it's cheaper. And what I did was I found some that comes in a row on sale, and I stocked up on it and put some in the freezer and let it thaw out when I needed it. So I've got 2 pounds of ground turkey. Now if you prefer using fresh, it might cost you a little bit more, but it's totally up to you. I got 2 pounds of ground turkey here. I want to add 2 eggs. Now, I've not done this in a while. Sometimes I'll saute an onion until it gets good and caramelized, then put it in with the meatloaf, but I'm not going to do that today. But I'm going to use onion powder. About a tablespoon or so, and use the same amount of garlic powder. Don't overdo it because it will overpower your meatloaf and you don't want that. Okay, I won't need that. A little bit of salt. Let me go get the pepper. About overdid it with the pepper. Okay, about a couple of teaspoons of black pepper. Some Worcestershire sauce. I always put Worcestershire sauce in meatloaf. Okay, about a tablespoon. Then I'm going to use some of this sauce that I made. And let me find a spoon or a spatula. About half a cup or so. It's just a guess. You can adjust it according to your preference. I like to combine this before I add the dry ingredients, the breadcrumbs. Now sometimes, whenever I'm in the mood, I'll take some white bread and crumble it up and soak it in some milk. Give it a chance to soak in and just put the whole thing in. And that is absolutely good. Clean hands are a cook's best tool. Now, very important, and I've said this again over and over, anytime you handle raw meat, make sure that you wash your hands before you touch anything else. Okay, good to go. Now, I like using quick oats in this, and you would be surprised what dry oats would do to a meatloaf. So I'm using probably about a half cup, 3/4 of a cup of oats. And I don't know where I got that from. I guess my mom did it when I was a kid, or my grandma did, I don't know. But I like it like that. And some dry breadcrumbs, just traditional style or plain. I start out with about a half cup, 3/4 of a cup of that. And just use clean hands. I tell you what, it sure does smell good. Now you want to mix this well, but do not over mix it. And sometimes I like to put just a little bit of ketchup, or in this case sauce. A couple more tablespoons. Now the dry breadcrumbs along with the egg and also the oats are going to hold it together and make it very, very moist. Now if it falls apart on you, then don't worry about it. But I'm going to try to do something here in a minute and see if it works. Alright, that's good to go. I've got my pan here. It is lined with parchment paper. Then I greased it a little bit with olive oil. You could use vegetable oil if you want. I'm going to make one giant meatloaf out of it. Isn't this making you hungry? Alright, now let me wash my hands right quick. And then I'm going to top it with some of this sauce. Okay. Let me put some like this. I'm going to take my brush, brush it like you would barbecue chicken. You want to make sure that you cover the whole thing. Now you can save the rest of your sauce for later use, cook it. What's going to happen as it cooks, it's going to be good and golden brown on the top. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to try it. Alright, I got my oven preheated to 375. And I'm going to put it in the oven, bake it for an hour and 15 minutes or to an hour and 20 minutes until it is good and done. So once you stay tuned, there's going to be about 2 or 3 videos to this. So the last video, I'm going to sample this along with the other dishes that I'm going to make. So once you stay tuned.